Today we're going to look at a brand new kit from Magic Factory, 6401, the USS Gerald Ford. We've got their first naval offering, and this is their take on the new American aircraft carrier, the Gerald R. Ford class, the lead ship of the class, and it's 1/700 scale. Now, I've got to say, and I'm going to open this box up now, it's a very, very big warship. I think it's the largest and most expensive warship ever to be put afloat. But I tell you what, in 1/700, this is a very, very impressive model. And as you can see, the box is childproof. So, open it up. First thing that grabs me is this. Now, this is obviously for your decal layout. Shows your air wing, colour call-outs for the model. But this is 1:1 scale on the final or the finished model. So that's the size of the flight deck. So in 1/700, even though 1/700 traditionally is a small scale, this is still a decent sized model. The box is about 40 centimetres long and it is chock-a-block full of plastic. Okay, so cracking on. First thing that I notice when I get the box top off and I've moved the decal instructions is the way in which the people at Magic Factory have packaged the flight deck and the hull. And it's in this pre-formed plastic holder, so you know everything's nice and safe. And it then adds a whole additional level of rigidity to the packaging, which means the parts in underneath run a very, very small chance of being damaged in transit. And that's really smart, that's really clever, and 10 out of 10 to the people at Magic Factory for taking this approach. So there's the flight deck, single piece moulded. Look at all the detail on there. All the various lines for the markings, the tie down points, the catapults at the bow, obviously the cutouts for the aircraft hangars. This is very, very nicely done. There's no really obvious knockout marks or joins that are going to cause you grief when it comes to building. I just think this is going to be a relatively straightforward build, and it's going to be an enjoyable build of what is a very important piece of American military equipment. So we've got the option with the kit of having either waterline or we can go full hull. So that's again really, really nice. The people at Magic Factory have really thought long and hard about this kit, and they've done a first-rate job, I think. So we remove the second layer there of packaging, take that out, and then we see all these bags containing the sprues. There's quite a few sprues in this model. As you can see, we'll start pulling these out. The part count for a 1/700 model kit is quite high, but the attention to detail is just amazing. I was quite taken aback by this. I'd heard some very good things about the kit, got the opportunity to open up, and I was just pretty much blown away by what's in here. But things like the air wing, in 1/700, you've got F-35s, you've got F-18s, and they are model kits in themselves requiring 8 to 12 parts in 1/700, and then the decals for the markings, the national markings, the top of the Hawkeye aircraft, the radar domes, it just goes on and on. Very, very fine photo etch. There's not a hell of a lot on there, and in 1/700 you probably don't need it, but there are some points there where you can have some really, really refined detail. Instruction booklet, fairly straightforward, black and white call-outs. As we can see, it follows a logical progression for the construction. Paint call-outs are all there, and also we saw that first sheet, which I'll bring back in a moment. We can have a look at that. But yeah, look, this for a 1/700 scale model of an American aircraft carrier is pretty damn good. I'm just amazed at what they've been able to do. For a relatively new company, they've certainly set a very high benchmark, and it's one that I hope other companies will follow and that Magic Factory in themselves will be able to maintain moving forward. So as we can see here, this is the initial sheet that I first looked at when I opened up the box. You can see the air wing, okay, more detail. We've got the colour call out, and they're done in AK, Mr. Colour and Tamiya, but of course you've got other paint brands out there like Vallejo, Life Colour, Scale Model Supply if that's what you want to use. All those colours are certainly compatible. Decal layout, there's an awful lot going on this flight deck. Half the challenge, I think, will be the marking and not getting frustrated because some of those decals are just so small. F-18s, F-35s. We've then also got the refueling drones that the American Navy is now starting to bring into service, and the Hawkeye airborne early warning and control aircraft that feature on the United States Navy aircraft carriers. Really nice, very well done. I'm just going to flip this over and you can see there in profile the completed ship, full hull, plimsoll line, hull, etc. Looks really nice, and it's going to build up very well. The packaging is very impressive. The final product, I think, is going to be of a very high standard, and I think it's going to be an enjoyable build for people who focus on naval subjects. Until next time we get to have a catch up, I'm Andrew from Hobbies Australia, and while you guys are out there building more kits, I'm going to check out the Gerald Ford in a little bit more detail. Take care, bye for now.